guys, and welcome along to the training. Inside of this training video, I am going to show you the exact strategies that you can implement into your business to remove yourself from the daily operations of your business and to build a sellable business that can run, grow and thrive without you. So whether your goal is to one day sell your business for a 6, 7, even 8-figure sum, or if you'd just like to be able to step back from the daily operations and get your business running smoothly and profitably without everything depending on you. Inside of this short training, I'm going to show you exactly how you can achieve this. Let's dive right in and get down to it. So you've got a business that you're proud of, but the reality is that this business is heavily dependent on you. If you were to take an extended vacation, or if you get injured or sick and you cannot work for the next 6 months, what will happen to your business? Will your business still run smoothly? Will it remain profitable and continue to grow and thrive independently of you? Will you still keep your salary and get paid every week as the owner of the business? Or will everything just end up completely falling apart without you, potentially leaving you and your family in dire straits? Maybe you just want to be able to step back from the daily operations of your business to have more free time and to reduce your personal workload without impacting the performance of your business or your personal financial situation. Or maybe you are thinking about retirement and you'd like to be able to one day sell your business for a 6, 7, even 8-figure sum so that you can have more free time to spend with your family, to travel, or to focus on other projects or hobbies. But right now, you know that if you did actually step away completely from your business for the next 90 days, that your business would probably fall apart because it depends way too heavily on you. Or if you did try to sell your business in its current state, the reality is that your business right now is probably not worth very much, if anything at all. Throughout this training, I'm going to share with you the exact step-by-step strategies which will enable you to remove yourself from the daily operations of your business and build a profitable, scalable, sellable business that can continue to run, grow and thrive independently of you. So there is one simple strategy that will enable you to achieve all of this while actually improving the overall performance of your business. Systematization plus delegation equals automation. So let's dive in and break this down into 6 key steps. Step 1 is developing the right mindset. Success in business is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. With the right mindset, nothing can stop you, but with the wrong mindset, nothing can save you. The success of any business is directly proportionate to the caliber of the entrepreneur. The mindset, beliefs, habits and perspective that have gotten you to this point in your life and in your business are probably very different to the mindsets, beliefs, habits and perspectives that will enable you to evolve to the next level. Your entire outlook on how you run, manage and grow your business, as well as how you actually see yourself as a business owner and as a person, will need to evolve if you really want to achieve big things. The person that I was back when I was earning 6 figures versus the person who I am today is almost a complete night and day difference. Many of you watching this right now are still in business operator mode, where you are the one who is largely responsible for carrying out a lot of the daily operations within your business. That might be sales tasks like calling up new leads, pricing jobs or following up with prospects. It may be marketing tasks such as generating content for your online platforms, running ads and so on. It might be admin tasks like managing emails, phone calls, invoices, receipts, etc. And you may be actually still on the tools as such. So if you're a digital marketer, maybe you're still actually the one that's inside of the ad accounts, managing and tweaking the campaigns and drafting up the ad copy. Or if you have a construction business, maybe you're still out on site every day doing the actual work. And if you do have staff, you probably find yourself having to micromanage them and hold them accountable all of the time, or else things just do not get done right. As long as you remain in business operator mode, you are always going to be the biggest limiting factor in your business for 2 simple reasons. Reason number 1 is because you only have so much time and energy in any given day, and if you spread yourself too thin and you try to manage it all, you will just be diluting your time and your energy way too much. As a result of this, the quality of the work that you do will start to drop. The quantity of work that you can take on will hit a ceiling, and ultimately you will end up maxing out and burning out. Many of you who are watching this training right now are probably in this exact situation. I have been in that situation in the past myself, and it's really not a nice situation to be in. This is the definition of a busy fool. And not only is it hard on you, but it's hard on your family too, because the business that you have created is consuming all of your time, all of your energy, all of your focus, and it's impacting impacting the quality of your personal life and your family life. On top of that, you're probably not even getting paid enough to justify the amount of hours that you work every single week and the massive sacrifice that you make every day, every week, every month, year after year after year. As the age-old saying goes, guys, doing the same thing over and over again but expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. The second reason as to why you are the biggest bottleneck in your business is because you think that you need to do it all yourself if it's going to get done right. The problem here is that your ego is getting in the way. And it's not just getting in the way of your business, but it's getting in the way of your happiness and your quality of life too. If you want to be able to build a business that can run without you, you must develop the mindset of a business owner. Unlike the business operator, aka the busy fool, who is always micromanaging, multitasking, overworked, underpaid, maxed out, burnt out, stressed out from always just working in their business and trading their time for money. The business owner understands that in order to build a thriving business and live a good quality of life, that they must only ever focus their time and their energy on working on their business. Business owners focus on the bigger picture. They understand the importance of implementing the right systems, the right processes, and delegating responsibility to other people. All of the money in the world is no good if you have no energy and no time to see your family or enjoy the money that you're making. Or if you stopped working, that the money just stops coming in because your income depends on your effort each day. Most of you watching this right now already have an existing business, so the process of evolving from business operator to business owner is not going to be an overnight thing by any means. But I am going to help you make that transition as smoothly as possible and with a lot less resistance if you just follow my lead and implement the strategies that I'm going to show you. Trust me guys, I've been in this situation in the past, and even though you really want to change things, I do understand that it can be overwhelming and it can be daunting. But it's important not to overthink this right now. Building a business that can run without you, aka a sellable business, and removing yourself from the daily operations, evolving from business operator to business owner, it's actually a lot easier than you might imagine once you are fully committed to making it happen for real. So this brings me on to step number 2, which is systematization, implementing the right framework. So what does systematization really mean? To systematize your business simply means to develop a proper structure, a blueprint, a set of systems and processes that act as the foundation or the backbone of your entire business model. Systematization is key if you want to build a business that can run and grow smoothly, like a well-oiled machine all day, every day, instead of everything just happening at random without any real structure except for what's going on inside of your own head, which can only ever result in chaos. Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motor Company back in 1903, is the perfect example of this. So back in 1913, Henry implemented the first moving assembly line for the mass production of an entire automobile. His innovation reduced the time that it took to build one car from more than 12 hours down to just 1 hour. This is a prime example of systematizing a business. Just imagine if Henry had never taken the time to actually step away from the daily operations, step back from actually assembling the cars himself, to instead focus on the task of systematizing his business. This shift from working in your business to working on your business almost always seems counterproductive because you need to stop doing the work as such, and you need to start building systems so that you can have other people do the work instead of you. And even though it does seem counterproductive and a little bit overwhelming, it always pays off exponentially. Unfortunately, most people never make this transition. They just keep plodding along day after day, year after year, doing the same thing over and over again and hoping that at some point in the future, randomly things will magically get better and change. But they never do. If you do not act today, you will not see the results in the future. This principle applies to your business too. It does not matter what business you have. If you have a digital marketing agency, if you have a construction company, if you're an accountant, a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker, it does not matter. These same principles apply. The only thing that varies is the method of implementation. No two businesses are the same. They all require different structures, different systems, and different processes. And there is no one-for-all solution when it comes to systematizing a business. And that's where you need someone who can actually show you how to develop the right systems, how to develop the right processes that are unique and bespoke to your specific business model. All of this is very simple in theory, but not just anybody can do it. But that's why I'm here, to help you develop and implement these systems so that you can delegate responsibility, automate your business, and be able to step back from the daily operations and ultimately build a sellable business. Without the right structure in place, your business will forever be chaotic and stressful to run. Things will never be organized or run smoothly. You'll never be able to delegate responsibility to others without having to micromanage and babysit them. You'll never be able to step back from the daily operations without everything falling apart. And you'll definitely never be able to sell your business if you neglect to systematize and develop a proper structure. Like I've said already, no two businesses are the same. So every business requires a unique set of systems and processes. So let's start at the start. The first thing you should do is develop your company's organizational chart. List out all of the departments within your business, such as marketing, sales, admin, finance, operations, and so on. And then you list out all of the roles within your business: the CEO, general manager, bookkeeper, sales team, marketing team, admin team, and so on. Then each role should have a process book or an SOP. An SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedure. Every person within your business who is responsible for a specific role or a specific task should have their own SOP and their own KPIs. KPI stands for Key Productivity Indicators. And guys, don't get confused or overwhelmed by all of this terminology such as SOP, KPI, all this type of stuff. If this is completely new to you, just take it in for now. Don't worry too much if you don't understand what it means. Do not let it confuse you, because it's actually really simple. So each person within your business, their SOP is essentially their Bible. This keeps them on track. It ensures that the same standard quality and level of output is achieved on a consistent basis across the board for your entire business. On top of that, having airtight systems and processes and KPIs in place will actually hold each staff member accountable. So you'll have to do a lot less micromanaging and a lot less babysitting. I do actually be shocked at the amount of business owners that come to me and who join our program who do not even have the most basic systems in place to manage their finances. Some of them have been in business 20 plus years and they still don't even have the basics in place. And all that's happening here is that they're just making life a lot harder on themselves. But it absolutely does not need to be this way. This is a simple fix, guys. This is one of those things that you only really need to do once, and once you do it, it's going to serve you and your business forever. I guarantee you that systematizing your business will be the #1 best decision that you'll ever make as a business owner. Not only is it going to make your business a lot easier to run, but it's also going to open up a lot more opportunity for you and for your business. So once you have your systems in place, your financial systems, sales systems, marketing systems, operations systems, management systems, and so on, then you can begin to delegate tasks, delegate roles, and delegate responsibility within your business by putting the right people in place to manage these systems and run the daily operations of your business for you. So this brings me on to step number 3, which is delegation. As a general rule of thumb, you cannot efficiently delegate what you do not understand. So it's important to have a general understanding of the principles of all areas of your business, from marketing and sales right down to admin, financial, and operations. As well as that, you cannot efficiently delegate any tasks, roles, or responsibilities within your business until you have first established a strong structure, aka your systems and your processes. I see this happen all of the time. Business owners hire in random people at random times because they know that they need some help to deal with the pain and the chaos that's going on within their business. But because their business lacks the proper structure that it needs before hiring in staff and delegating responsibility, they still end up micromanaging and babysitting, and ultimately they just spread the chaos across more people instead of actually solving the problems and improving the performance of their business. You do not need to do it all yourself. You cannot do it all yourself. Thinking that nobody else can do it as good as you and trying to do it all yourself is an extremely limiting way of viewing and running your business. If your end goal is to build a business that can run and grow and thrive independently of you, and if you want to be able to sell your business one day for that 6, 7, 8 figure sum, well then you need to stop doing and start delegating. Stop thinking how can I do this and start thinking who can do this. Think who, not how. Make sure you don't fall victim to your ego, where you feel like nobody else can do things as good as you, and where anytime you do delegate a task or role or responsibility within your business to somebody new, that you just end up jumping back in and doing it yourself to get it done right, to get it done your way. Provided that you have actually put in the work to develop and implement the right systems and processes prior to bringing in new staff members. These systems will ensure that the people that you bring in to delegate responsibility to will produce results that are exactly to your standard, if not better. Yes, you may initially see a dip in performance and in the quality of output when you first step back from doing a role yourself and hire in somebody new to take over, but this dip is to be expected. I call this the slingshot theory, where in times of strategic growth, you need to take 1 step back in order to make 10 steps forward. The slingshot theory also applies to your financials. In times of strategic growth, you might need to invest your profits into new systems, advertising, staff, training, or even to invest into external growth through acquisitions and so on. At times of strategic growth like this, it is okay and completely natural to see your profit margins tighten up for a short period of time before you begin to see the results of your efforts, which will ultimately increase your profit margins and your turnover over time. time. So I'm not going to go into the do's and don'ts of finding and hiring the right people in this training because I want to keep it short and to the point. I do cover all of this in a lot more detail inside of my private program, which I will tell you a little bit more about at the end of this training if you are interested in more detailed training or direct support from myself. When hiring in new staff and delegating responsibility, the goal is to find someone who is 60 to 80% as good as you are at doing that specific task. When I'm hiring, I focus 80% on the person's mindset, attitude, and their personal qualities, and 20% on their credentials, qualifications, and experience. Too many times I've hired in highly qualified people who just turned out to be poor team players or unable to carry out their role within the business. When you do find someone who is a good fit for your company's culture and values, provided that you already have the right systems and processes already in place, and I cannot emphasize this enough, guys, with a little training and a little time under your wing, they will soon be outperforming your standard for one simple reason. When you were in charge of that role, you were also diluting your time, your energy, and your focus across multiple different roles and tasks and responsibilities within your business. Whereas now, you have hired someone in and assigned them to one specific role within the business. It is their job to manage that role and nothing else. Something else that's important to keep in mind, guys, is don't make your staff responsible for too many roles or tasks within the business, because you will just end up diluting their time, their energy, and their focus, and ultimately you will end up seeing their personal productivity and the overall efficiency of your business plummet over time as a result. Keep each team member in their lane. Just because you found one amazing person for one role does not mean that you should distract them and overwork them with too much responsibility. When you delegate a role to somebody new, it is their responsibility to continuously update and refine the systems and processes that they are in charge of. They are the ones who will be carrying out that role on a day-to-day basis. They are the ones who will be using those systems and following those processes, not you. So naturally, part of their job is to improve on that over time as well. Do not hire generalists for specialist roles. For example, if you need someone to manage your online advertising campaigns, hire somebody with experience as a media buyer who is qualified in using those systems and getting those results. Way too often I see business owners hiring in their cousin or their niece or their nephew or their brother-in-law to manage things like marketing and bookkeeping because it's easy, but in the end it never benefits the business. So avoid this at all costs. Always be strategic with who you hire into your business. So you'll never be able to step back from the daily operations of your business or sell your business if you do not embrace delegation. And remember, before you delegate responsibility, you must develop your structure first, your systems and your processes. There is a step-by-step process to building a business that can run without you, aka a sellable business. And if you do not follow the steps in the right order, you will not achieve your desired result. Right now, you may be a little bit hesitant to delegate some of the tasks and roles and responsibilities within your business. But trust me, once you do, you will begin to see the performance of your business improve dramatically over time, because you are no longer spreading yourself too thin, diluting your time, your focus, and your energy. You're no longer multitasking and trying to play multiple roles within your business. Not only will your business improve, but I guarantee you that the quality of your life will improve dramatically as well. So once you have great systems and processes and great people in place to manage and run the daily operations of your business, then you need to evolve into a new role and become a master problem solver. And this takes me on to step number 3, which is leadership and performance. As well as becoming a great leader and the visionary of your business, you need to be able to identify issues within your business from a higher level and to know how to solve these issues before they become major problems. Setting KPIs for each area of your business, sales, marketing, financial, and operations, will help you to oversee the performance of your business and spot any positive or negative trends in advance. Having your bookkeeper send you over a weekly profit and loss statement is absolutely key as a business owner to keep on top of your financials and assess the financial performance of your business. If you are still the one responsible for doing your own bookkeeping, and if you don't currently have a system in place where you are reviewing your financials on a weekly basis, well then this should be a major priority for you to get in place as soon as possible. Even if you need to take a day or two this week to sit down at your laptop to tidy everything up and implement better systems to manage and track the financials of your business, well then get to it. Get this done, as this is top priority. Your bookkeeper does not need to be a full-time employee sitting in an office 5 days a week. If you have a smaller 6-figure business, you can always hire in a remote bookkeeper to manage everything from your invoicing and receipts to payroll, bank reconciliation, managing your cloud-based management systems such as Xero or QuickBooks, and all other financial tasks. This can all be done remotely. Even the bookkeeper for one of my Irish businesses is based in the Philippines. She's with us for the past 4 years and she looks after everything from tax returns to paying paying me my wage every week from that business. All communication with your team, from your bookkeeper to your managers and all of your staff, should all be in the one place. We recommend project management and team communication software such as Slack, and we even show you how to implement these into your business to streamline all internal team communications. Not to get into too much detail on what we actually cover inside of the program, but we help you with all areas of your business, from developing your marketing campaigns and your sales process to actually developing and implementing systems, financial systems, operation systems, team communication systems, your SOPs, your KPIs, and how to delegate these responsibilities, how to hire people in, put the right people in the right places so that you can ultimately build a profitable machine that runs on autopilot, a machine that can run independently of you, and one that you can potentially sell. So even the little things, such as if you have staff out on the road or out on site who are responsible for making purchases of materials or fuel for vehicles or whatever that might be, having a cloud-based system in place to manage all of the receipts and finances so that they can upload these receipts using their phone while they're in the store getting the fuel or the materials, and your bookkeeper can instantly access these and update your financial system. Implementing one little system like this could end up saving your business a ton of time and a ton of money. Gone are the days of keeping all of your receipts in a shoebox and driving to meet up with your accountant once or twice a year to give them all of these physical receipts. That's just Stone Age way of running a business. Or if you're still drafting up invoices using Microsoft Word and sending them out to your clients or customers from your personal email address, again, this is all Fred Flintstone stuff. It's Stone Age. You need to move with the times and implement more efficient systems so that you can build a more profitable business that runs so much more smoothly. You must develop a strong understanding of the financials of your business to ensure that the business remains profitable, avoids any major cash flow bottlenecks, and remains on a positive growth trend. If you feel like right now you are not capable of running your business this way because maybe all that you know is just working in your business, being the one that actually does the work and carries out the tasks, or maybe you've never looked at your business from this perspective before, do not panic. It is not as overwhelming or as difficult as it may seem. I am here to teach you literally everything that you need to know in order to achieve this with your business. You do not need to have a qualification in business administration or anything like that. And even though it may seem overwhelming, it is actually very simple. And once you do implement it into your business and you begin to see these changes happen for real, it is very, very exciting. I can still remember the first time that I systematized my first business. Each week I would see new sales come in without me having to actually do the sales calls. I would see advertisements running online without me having to create or launch them. I would see my team all communicating with each other inside of the Slack channels to onboard new customers and to problem solve amongst themselves without coming back to me to solve these problems or answer these questions for them. It was an amazing feeling. So when you do actually automate the daily operations of your business, then your business is much more sellable. And this brings me on to step number 5, which is the exit plan. Now, I completely understand that not everybody watching this training is going to want to sell their business, but by building your business as if you are going to sell it one day, the result will be that you will have a profitable machine that can run on autopilot, completely independently of you. It is ultimately up to you. It is your choice if you want to sell your business for that 6, 7, even 8-figure sum, or if you just want to be able to automate it and step back, keep the business, keep your salary, and keep it for the cash flow. If your goal is to one day sell your business, well then you will need to remove yourself completely from the daily operations. A business is generally not worth very much if it is too heavily dependent on any one person. To maximize the value of your business, there are many different things that you can do, but the number one most important step is to remove yourself from the business. No investor is going to pay good money for a business that relies on any one person. This is why you need to systematize your business so that your business depends on systems and not on people. If the only structure that you have is what's going on inside of your head and you drop tomorrow or you get sick, you get injured and you can't physically work, your business will fall apart. With the right systems and the right processes in place, even if you lose a key member of your staff, it will be easy to replace them because you have airtight systems, you have airtight processes in place. The standard of output is determined by your systems and not by your people. Once you successfully remove yourself from the daily operations, you will still find yourself having to oversee certain things and you will still be responsible for many of the high-level tasks such as hiring and firing, making top-level decisions about pricing, products, services, strategizing, and ultimately determining the vision and the long-term goals for the company. Once you get to this level, your next goal should be to hire in a general manager so that you can delegate all of these high-level tasks to them. This is one of the most important hires that you will ever make because it's not like hiring in someone for a niche or specialist role within your business, like running Facebook ads or conducting sales calls or driving a truck or fitting windows or doors or whatever whatever it might be for your specific business. Your general manager has to have exceptional people skills, a deep understanding of your business, your products, your services, your industry, the right mindset, the right attitude, and they must understand how to lead a team and drive a company forward. A good GM will enable you to essentially retire from your business completely. So having the right incentives in place for your management team to keep them motivated and inspired within their role is absolutely key. These incentives will vary depending on their role in your business, their responsibility, and the value that they bring, but it may be a profit share, maybe an equity share, or some form of financial skin in the game as such. So moving on to the last step, step number 6, which is support and accountability. While these principles are simple, it is the implementation of these principles and these strategies that can be difficult for most. If you do not have access to the right information and the right resources, as well as having the right support and accountability, well then the probability of you ever being able to successfully remove yourself from the daily operations of your business and building a sellable business is probably not very strong. Having someone to show you exactly what you need to do and someone to hold you accountable throughout the entire process is absolutely key. I have done this myself with my own businesses, and I have helped countless other business owners just like you to achieve this with their business too. Now I'm going to let you hear from some of the business owners that I actually work with in just a moment, so that you can hear directly from them how they've actually implemented these systems, how they've improved their business, and how they've ultimately achieved their end goal of removing themselves from the daily operations and building a sellable business. But first, I want to invite you to apply for a free one-on-one strategy session. So you can click the link down below this video to book in your free strategy session. On this strategy call, we are going to deep dive into your business and into your specific situation right now. We will spend roughly 45 minutes on the call discussing every detail of your business in order to determine if we can help you or not. On this call, we will develop an exact step-by-step plan for you and for your business on exactly what you need to do in order to be able to remove yourself from the daily operations of your business and to build a profitable, scalable, and sellable business. Very quickly, before you book in the call and before I let you hear from some of the business owners that I have worked with over the years, let me make a few things clear. This is for you only if you are serious about removing yourself from the daily operations of your business and building a business that you can potentially sell one day for a 6, 7, even 8-figure sum. I am personally going to guide you through the entire process, step by step, to ensure that you achieve your desired result. But this is not an overnight thing by any means. This is going to be a major transformation for you and for your business. So it is going to require some time to implement and to get it all right. Anybody that I commit to working with is committed to working with me for the long term. This is not like one of those online courses where you watch a couple of videos for a few weeks and then you just fall back into your old ways of doing things without seeing any real results at all. The difference with what I offer is that it's a collaboration, it's a partnership. I will be holding you accountable for your results. I will be walking you through the entire process step by step and holding you accountable on a daily and a weekly basis. This is not for you if you are just interested in the idea of removing yourself from the business and building a business that you could sell. You must be fully committed to making this happen for real. It is going to require work on your end to implement it, but the payoff will be massively worth it. And you must be willing to make a financial investment into your business and into yourself if you want to be able to evolve and grow and thrive both personally and professionally. So check out some of these testimonial videos from just a small handful of the business owners that I work with inside of my private program, and make sure to click the button down below this video to book in your free one-on-one strategy call. Thanks for checking out the training, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.
I'm only really 2 weeks running this, and I've got more sales out of this campaign than I've got out of any of the other 2.
But I didn't have the knowledge to bridge the gap between getting from point A to point B. Shane got that straight away and explained to me exactly how I get from this point to this point, and gave me a proper full action plan of how to go about doing it, which is exactly what I needed, to tell me exactly what I should be doing in order to grow and scale the business. No one could tell me that. Shane in 20 minutes told me that, like that.
Number one, the biggest thing that I can say, guys, is that Shane's mindset is very unparalleled. By unparalleled, I mean he is driven, he is ambitious, and it hits you like a brick of walls for motivation.
There was points in it when I went, wow, I wish I knew this years ago, even without being in business. I would have done business management in college, but it was never show you what you showed me.
Just like to take a second to say thank you to Shane Hines. Really what he's all about. It's about scaling and growing. And what that process looks like in a way that it comes across very clear, and there's just a lot of value, a lot of techniques.
Before I joined, we were doing okay, but just okay. Since I started doing the course, we've actually brought in, I'd say, triple the amount of customers that we've had up to about 2 years ago.
It's opened our eyes in a more positive way, Shane. We're more positive about business, I think.
And that we were stuck in the past, Shane. I suppose it opened my eyes hugely. I learned a lot from it.
And that was the number one thing that I took away from that, is that it wasn't just someone providing me knowledge. It was someone that's saying, like, this is how you need to get things done to get success. And sometimes we do require to have that person to tell us straight up, what's it going to take to have that level of success that we all seek.
It has definitely helped me manage my time a bit better. It has fine-tuned a lot of the behind-the-scenes work, really, you know, so it has definitely been worth my while.
I wanted to do this testimonial video for Shane. Definitely something I can highly recommend. I don't recommend people very easily because I find run your own business, you come across an awful lot of people trying to sell you stuff who don't know what they're doing. And so I'm a former journalist, so I'm very skeptical of everything, and I'm very tough on people that we work with. But I have to say, Shane really knows what he's doing when it comes to this stuff. I kind of realised that straight away. He's not a BS artist. He knows what he's doing. He hasn't even asked me to do this, but he's a great guy, and I recommend him.
My business has increased twofold, threefold. Shane is very professional, always available.
It has really benefited us in all aspects of our own life and our business life.
Not only was much more beneficial for me workload wise, but it was much more beneficial for my business. People that are extremely serious to have a great kickstart to their businesses, or even the people that have been in business, if they see that their success level has been fluctuating in and out, they are most likely not zeroing in the targets that they need to zero in. So I highly recommend.
I have to say now, it really has brought us on leaps and bounds. We brought in a hell of a lot more business.
Change is very uncomfortable, and we probably would have found that, but yet you have to push through it. And we've made a few changes.
It's all to do with the mindset. Yeah, the mindset. Sometimes just keep doing what we're doing and it'll work out someday, but usually it doesn't. So we have to change. You have to change the time.
I highly recommend this for anybody in business. The tips that you learn from him, the value that you get, it's really just been amazing for me, and I highly recommend it for anybody else.
Without you, we wouldn't have been in this position. We actually feel more established now than what we ever did before. It's phenomenal, to be honest.
So, yeah, I definitely recommend it. We'd be a good bit more expensive than what we are, because as I said to you, we're now in a position to pick and choose, where we were kind of all, basically we're fighting for the leftovers, really.
We have to do what's best for us as a business and what's best for us as a family. We've 3 small kids. We've 3 kids under 7, and just what was going on here last year, say early last year and the year before, it was crazy. Whereas it's so much more settled now. We felt a little bit lost until we came on board with you. For me personally, and I think Alan feels the same, it was probably the best money that we spent.
Definitely, I wouldn't even question it. I'd say go ahead, do it, well worth it.